Riku Zombola. My name is Karma Dendrup, and I'm coming to you live right now from Chongye here in Sikkim. And I guess this is what happens when you don't live in your hometown or your country. You forget what day it is, and that's exactly what happened today. Today is one of the most holiest, most auspicious day in the Buddhist, and by virtue of being Buddhist, the Bhutanese calendar, and today is supposed to be Drupseji. Back in Bhutan, it would be known as Drupseji. For the rest of the English-speaking audience, it's the first sermon of Lord Buddha. And it was only in the afternoon that I found out that today is Drupseji, and thanks to social media. Amongst the many vices and ills of social media, for me, it's like a boon and a gift. I get to do so much of I continue to be able to make a tiny ripple thanks to social media, thanks to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And yeah, today being Drupseji, the first sermon of Lord Buddha. Coincidentally, it also happens to be Wednesday. And for those of you who follow Bodhi Tree Bhutan, you know that on Wednesday, quite inconsistently, I've been trying to make a post called WWW, which is Wednesday Words of Wonder. And as inconsistent as it has been, today I was able to do one. And the quote today was about suffering. And I thought it apt that today, while I'm doing this live, that I am hoping to do more of this. And when I do that, I wanted to start like how when we did Chanchupshing. Previously, when I used to work for the Bhutan Broadcasting Service, for the BBS, I used to have a show called Chanchupshing. And there I used to have guest Rinpoches, Khembos and scholars. And there I used to ask them question about, and it used to generally always start with who is the Buddha. And I think I have struck oil with regard to who is the Buddha, with regard to different Rinpoches sharing about who the Buddha is. And as it is, most of you who follow Bodhi Tree Bhutan are Buddhist or aspiring Buddhists, and you already have an idea or an impression of who the Buddha is. This time around, I'm calling this Bodhi Tree Bhutan 2.0. A little bit of my personal life as well also, because many of you who follow my personal account and my personal social handles know that I'm losing my eyesight little by little. And like I've been sharing to everyone who has messaged me of late on my 2 days back, it was my birthday. So for those of you who I was able to communicate with, while the eyesight is fading, my mindset and my health has been improving, and I'm thinking that maybe something is going awfully wrong up there, or something is going awfully going in the right direction. So that's where I'm at with regard to where my personal life. A little bit of housekeeping there. And with regard to the quote that I had today, it's about suffering. And I just wanted to share with the followers of Bodhi Tree Bhutan that I think so much of the problem that we have in life is with regard to the fact that we are ignoring what the Buddha shared on this day in Varanasi, in the Deer Park in Sarnath, in what is now modern day Uttar Pradesh. And there the Buddha gave today, on this very auspicious holy day, he shared the four noble truths, Phaba Denji. And in that, I was just sharing with my wife today on the way to pick up our girls that it couldn't have been a coincidence, or it couldn't have been by chance that the Buddha, Prince Siddhartha, after he attained enlightenment, decided to make his first sermon, the first truth that he shared, to be the truth of suffering. And I know, especially Western critics and people, scholars, think that Buddhism is a depressing religion, because I've heard and I've read many times that because of the fact that the first truth that the Buddha spoke about was the truth of suffering. But I would like to take this opportunity to share that the first truth is the truth of suffering, but the second truth is the cause of suffering, and the third truth is the truth of nirvana, and the fourth truth is the way to nirvana. So I think like in this modern day and age, when we are very quick to pass judgment and come to conclusions, I think even in the fact that the Buddha started with the truth of suffering, in many ways, I can draw the comparison of it being a movie where the climax was already shared. And the post that I shared today, which you can find after you come, if you are watching this live and you scroll a little bit down, either on Facebook or on the gallery section in our Instagram page, then it's about the fact that the quote, if I can share with all of you, it says, they say, let them pursue happiness. And I say that, wake them up and explain to them what happiness is, and that suffering is part of the package of what we call, what we hope is happiness. And without taking more of your time, I just wanted to summarize quickly that the first truth that the Buddha shared today was the truth of suffering. And what the post says, like I shared right now, you can scroll on our timeline and on our wall and find it and spend some time thinking and reflecting upon it or contemplating it, is the fact that we wake up in the morning all geared up. We have stuff like gross national happiness, we have people pursuing happiness, and we wake up every day wanting happiness. And it's in many ways, it's kind of, for a lack of a better word, it's kind of insane also that we expect to wake up in the morning and we hope to have 24 hours of happiness. And if we are realistic, and like I shared in the post, with my 25 plus years of Buddhist practice on and off, and with over 4 decades plus of living, I've realized that there is I can't think of one day when it was happy from sun up till sundown. And all I'm trying to say is that I think we need to brace ourselves. We need to contemplate on the fact that why did the Buddha, from a multitudes of things, ideas and concepts, share with us that the first truth is the truth of suffering. And very briefly, what he did share about what is suffering is, he said birth is suffering, he said getting sick is suffering, he said aging is suffering, and he said death is suffering. And besides this, the two things which I feel like I'm getting goosebumps when I'm thinking about this is the fact that he said two more things which were suffering. And he said, getting what you don't want is suffering. And I especially like to focus on this, and I would like to use an example of like an iPhone or a Samsung. And yeah, this video is not endorsed or promoted or sponsored by either of the companies. But say you want an iPhone and you get a Samsung phone, then there is suffering there. And getting what you don't want. So in a sense, you got something, but it was not what you, it was something that you didn't want. So that's suffering. And not getting what you want is also suffering. So in a sense that you want to look like a Korean boy or a Japanese girl, and you go to the salon, you do whatever you want to do, and you're not looking like that person. So that is also suffering. And I think this message goes out to parents, to so-called senior citizens. I think we need to be more empathetic, more compassionate with regard to when we look at our kids and children and our teenagers. Just because they are looking fine and they seem to, on the outside, seem to look like they are fine. All of us have been teenagers once, and there is no way of saying that somebody who's starving is suffering, and somebody who can't get the color of his or her right is not suffering. So I think we need to extend ourselves and try to put ourselves in the other person's shoes. And thank you so much for spending time and watching this live broadcast on Bodhi Tree Bhutan. And we are hoping to do this more on Instagram, on YouTube, as well as on our other socials. And thank you so much. And I would like to leave you with our Bodhi Tree Bhutan slogan, which is analyze and realize. Thank you, Lord. Tashdele.